There's no denying it. We all do it almost every single day. We all wipe our butts, ideally. Through thousands of years and many technologies, we here in North America have crowned the king of all methods, toilet paper.
But what other methods came before it?
Yeah, and what other ways are used around the world?
And is toilet paper the best we can do?
Tush, keister, tulchus, badonkadonk, cake maker. It's a body part that has plenty of names. This is a human butt, but you already knew that. The gluteal muscles are some of the biggest and strongest muscles in our body. They help us do everyday activities like walk upright, bend down to pet a dog, or, impress people at the gym with our heavy squats. Unlike humans, most animals don't need to wipe their bums because they don't have butt cracks. Their waste just kind of goes straight out. The plump nature of our keisters is also the main reason we need to wipe. In other words, we got big butts and we cannot lie. But do we even have to wipe our butts? I mean, 100% absolutely yes. That was a trick question. Please wipe.
75% of our waste is water and 25% is organic solids. Around 25 to 50% of that material is made up of both dead and very alive microbes. It's estimated that there's almost 100 billion bacteria per gram of feces, meaning your poop is a universe unto itself, teeming with bacteria, viruses, yeasts, and many other microbes, all of which pose health risks if not dealt with properly. And we humans have known this from the dawn of time, so we've had to get pretty creative.
Okay, we've got a bunch of different objects here.
Your job is to tell us which ones were used to wipe butts and which ones are used to toilets. There is a little factoid on the back, so when you guess, it's going to tell you whether you were right or wrong.
Okay. Well, I mean, immediately, I'm going to go like a rag on a stick. Seems like if the world ended tomorrow and I was out in the woods, this is probably the best I could come up with.
I agree with you. Definitely.
So we're putting this on the... These haven't been used, right? Okay, so this one is wipe-worthy, and there's a card behind it that says...
Xylospongium tersorium. No, let me say that again. Xylospongium tersorium.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't know. Used at public latrines, this sea sponge on a stick was used in the Greco-Roman period and were shared between people.
Well, obviously they wiped it off or gave it a little wash.
Prior users would wash it in vinegar. That's how they do it. Okay.
There we go.
Very clever. This method passed on diseases like typhoid. So yeah, as I imagine...
Not very clever.
Yeah, you're going to get pretty sick. I can't just squirt vinegar up there and then expect,
So I wonder how long that method lasted before someone said... Not sanitary. Let's move on.
Yeah, before people are like, are you noticing a lot of typhoid going around?
Yeah.
We should try something
different. It must be this.
Based on the texture, I'm going to go with corn cobs, because it's got like well, honestly, it feels a little bit sharp, so I'd be nervous about it, but it would probably do a good job of, pulling material away.
Probably an efficient way to wipe your bum. And I actually know that people do use these in certain parts of the world. So definitely yes.
Okay, let us see if you are... Yeah, well, you are correct, yes.
Okay.
Corn cobs, used by indigenous Americans and colonial settlers. Corn was plentiful and quite efficient at getting the job done.
Okay, so this one I just am kind of weirded out by, like a doll hand?
So it says on the card, it says hands. Not doll hands. So
so your own hand?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay, not like a piece of a doll. Then if it's my own hand, I could see using your hand with some water,
Yeah.
No problem.
I'm sure there are probably people that we know in our lives that have, they're not proud of it. They'll never tell you about it. But, in the worst case scenario, you use your hands and yes, cut out the middleman, then wash your hands. Yeah, you just give them a good wash, Always good practice to wash your hands.
Very environmentally responsible.
Okay, if I had to pick out of these, I'm going with a book next.
Oh, yeah.
Because, the pages, that'd be the worst paper cut I can imagine. But these are really old, worn pages. So I'd take an old book. They're quite soft. It's nice.
Well, hold up. This is the telephone book. So you got a lot to choose from.
Exactly.
There. I mean, in an outhouse, you would find this kind of thing.
Exactly. The answer is yes. Catalogs and phone books had thousands of pages of very thin paper and often came with pre-punched holes to hang them. Really?
Pre-punched holes?
So that you could hang it on the little thing that you hang the toilet paper on.
Wait, like this? So that's perfect, actually. I just have to know small clocks.
Yeah.
That's got to be a hard no.
You going for a dark horse option there?
I mean, there's no smooth edges. It's all hard and pointy. That's not going to be efficient or fun at all. So that's going to be a no.
I would say another dark horse that may be possible would be just sticks.
Why is that a dark horse? That's 100% yes. A stick?
Why is that 100%
You've clearly never
yes to
gone
you?
camping.
That's true. Well, I've been camping, but just the fancy kind.
Glamping does not count,
Yeah,
Anthony.
All right, fair enough.
Sticks, smooth stones, leaves, not poisonous leaves, all very useful.
I suggested this one, but I think now I'm more convinced now that it's right. It's correct. It's correct. You're
Okay.
right. Yeah.
What does it say?
Yes, so it's got a special name. It's called a chugi, which translates, I believe, to poo sticks. So in ancient Japan, that's just what's written on this card here. We're learning this as you guys are.
Yeah.
So in ancient Japan, these wooden skewers were used to wipe your bum and were discarded. Now they have been found by archaeologists over 2,000 years later.
I mean, I have a problem with the word skewers. Wooden skewers? That
Yeah.
kind of connotes like piercing. of the
It suggests
skin.
what I suggested, which is why I would
but
not go with this.
This is like a smooth stick, it's nice edges. I mean, no problem. Hammers?
I'm gonna go with no for hammers.
Gonna go with the no.
I'm gonna go with the clay pots next. Once you've broken a clay pot, if you're at the point that you don't have glue yet, then I can imagine, well, I'm not gonna figure out how to reuse the pot. I might as well get some use out of it. I'm gonna scrape my butt clean.
I agree. I mean, if we're gonna use stones and leaves,
Yeah.
why not use pottery?
Yeah, that's a yes.
I don't know how to say that word.
Pasoi ostraka.
Curling your R's there.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, small pieces of smoothed out ceramics used by ancient Greeks. Some pasoi started out as ostraka. Greeks would write someone's name they wanted exiled and literally soil their name.
This was,
God.
Is that where that expression comes from? This was like explicitly like shade throwing toilet paper? This is how people did it back
Well,
then?
listen, ostraka is where the word ostracize came from.
Oh my God.
we are learning so much.
Ostracize came from wiping your butt on somebody's name. That is unbelievable.
According to this card.
I don't know what to say after that.
Well,
It's
I mean,
gone.
we got that right, so
Yeah.
good for us.
Is this meant to stand in for like a real human skull, or is this so we thought it would be in poor taste to bring in a real human skull.
The skull of your enemy.
Oh, the skulls of your enemies. Well, now that I know that about that ostraka thing.
Yeah. And knowing that your skull kind of breaks apart into different pieces.
Yeah.
The perfect little scooping shovels, maybe.
Perfect's a strong word, but yes, I see where you're coming from with that. I
And
think
if it's your
that's,
enemy, we could ostracize them. Oh, no!
Decoy! We got faked out on the last one.
you
The
guys
very
are-
last one.
Should've
No,
known.
or at least no concrete evidence of this disrespect. Yeah, so it's a maybe, just like the car, but it's probably nobody's using human
I'm
skulls
surprised.
Over time, we went from living in small nomadic settlements where we could defecate, clean our bums, and move on, to living in towns and cities where it was much harder to avoid our waste. And our bottom cleaning methods evolved with the changes.
With the dawn of modern-day plumbing came a major change in the way we wipe our behinds. Toilet paper. In many parts of the Western world, including North America, toilet paper has become the primary way we clean ourselves.
But is toilet paper really the end-all be-all? I mean, we all remember the beginning of 2020 when toilet paper was a luxury item. Even though toilet paper does a much better job at cleaning our butts than a corn cob, it also plays a major role in contributing to the climate crisis. From the start of its production cycle to throwing it out, toilet paper produces an insane amount of waste. Waste from logging trees, waste from transporting those trees, waste from turning those trees into TP, and then waste from throwing it into our sewage systems, never to be seen again.
Though it's hard to pinpoint exactly how many trees are used annually in the production of toilet paper worldwide, some estimates are in the billions. A recent study estimated that the average American uses about 130 rolls of toilet paper each year. Multiply that by 330 million people, and you get over 4 billion kilometers of toilet paper used every year in the United States alone.
Which is the approximate distance from Earth all the way to Neptune. Add up the last 30 years of toilet paper use, and we could pretty much TP our solar system.
And it gets worse. 80% of the world's manufactured toilet paper is made from virgin forest trees, which normally act as powerful carbon sinks. Those are removed from the environment just so we can wipe our butts. The thing is, toilet paper isn't even the only option. Other cultures and peoples across the world use a bunch of different methods to deal with their poop, many of which include using water to wash their backsides. Things like health faucets, water dippers, and bidets. Not only can some of these methods be more effective at cleaning your backside, that quick spray of water is a lot less harmful to the environment than a roll of lotioned up, heavily bleached TP.
But for some people who aren't used to it, it might look a bit intimidating at first. And even if you want to switch to a water-based cleaning solution, there can be economic and logistical barriers that make it difficult to make that change.
If you can't manage a water-based solution, you could try recycled or even reusable versions of TP.
With over 8 billion people on the planet, there probably isn't one optimal wiping method. But it's clear toilet paper doesn't even come close.
Yeah, since toilet paper started showing up in our homes, we've gone to the moon, we've invented smartphones, we have self-driving cars, and TP has stayed pretty much the same.
From the corn cob to the bidet, we've created a variety of ways to clean our derrieres. So when it comes to wasteful toilet paper, what's the solution? Maybe it's space toilets. Maybe it's bidets with a mix of reusable TP.
Or maybe it's a wacky device that someone is literally inventing in their basement right now. If we can have tiny supercomputers with the information of the universe at our fingertips, surely we can find a better way of wiping our butts.
And hopefully one day we can wipe out the need for toilet paper.
Thanks for watching. In general, do people just pick up sticks to wipe their butt when they're camping? Like, don't people bring toilet paper?
There are best practices, and it depends where you are. You go in the intertidal zone, so it's flushed away, or you go naturally in the forest and use whatever natural stuff you can find.